It is a competition ultimately. When I first started swimming, that was what drove me. Once they said go, I had just started swimming as hard as I could. You're bumping into each other, and I actually got kicked in the head, and that loosened up the cap, and it eventually came off, but it didn't hurt. It's just part of it. I mean, that's part of the race. That's part of what gets your adrenaline pumping. That's part of why you do it.
Why didn't you put the cap back on?
I thought you were serious for half a second. I was about to say, because I don't have hands out. Oh. There's a mindset out there that in order to feel better about yourself, you need to see somebody who's worse off than you. And in that scenario, I am cast as the person who is, quote unquote, worse off. And I've never really thought there was anything bad about my life.
When we first met, we were playing volleyball together, and he hits the ball off the top of his head to play volleyball. And that is who Craig is. He will try anything and find a way to do it.
I popped a 170 this year, and I actually held a 103 average in the league.
He does everything everybody else does. He lives on his own. He drives his own van.
I got my license when I was 21, and I put my in the steering and all that is. Oops, I've dropped my paper. I'm an attorney for the city of Pittsburgh. People sue the city, I defend the city. If it's a single sheet, I'm screwed. What's difficult for me to do? Nothing. You can try putting a sandwich in a Ziploc bag without using your hands. Try it sometime. The reality of my situation is that I do have some limitations, and I understand that. I'm probably never gonna, climb Mount Kilimanjaro or anything like that. I'm probably never going to run a marathon. But I can swim. I don't really remember when I started swimming. I just always remember being in the water.
He'd just jump off the edge and dive right in, and he'd walk right up and float. People just look like, uh-oh, what's wrong with these parents? That kid jumped in the water,
I just shoved my foot stub into the scuba flipper, and that gives me the drive, the push through the water. I can swim like a fish, and as long as I can do that, I'm going to keep pushing those limits. Hey, buddy. How you doing? How was the trip? Huh? How was the trip?
Greg never swam competitively as a young kid. This all happened in the last year or two.
Basically, you're swimming a mile out and a mile back. And they had the course set up such that you could see the whole way. You were swimming to a bridge.
Oh my goodness, it was so far to that bridge.
Hey Craig, you still need to come out this way some more.
It's tough to stay straight, man. It just felt like his buoy would never come, let alone getting out to the bridge.
I couldn't believe he was doing the 2 mile. I thought, oh, can he really do this?
I didn't even realize it at the time, but I guess I had gotten into a little bit of an undertow.
The current was rather strong, and he had a tough time pulling himself back onto course.
Craig, less than a half mile to go.
When I got to that last buoy, I really just started swimming even harder.
here we are among the crowd that that's our son. And you can't help it but have emotional feelings for something like that.
How you feeling, Mom?
Don't ask right now.
How proud are you of this guy?
Very proud.
I think there's always that little 5-year-old inside of all of us that wants to impress their dad.
How you feel? I'm really proud of him. He's exceeded my expectations.